Good morning, America. This is Dr. Cherry. Good morning, every one of you from wherever you are on this big planet. First thing first, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for enjoying these videos, learning and being entertained. And most of all, thank you to all the new people that are literally pouring left and right to my YouTube channel. This is good news. Again, thank you for all your fantastic feedback on my UFO movie. In fact, this is what Taranya and I have decided to do. We are going to offer you 1 free month on the Cosmic Code. So you could check our daily guidance and various forecasts and read what our VIP do for free. You have 1 month of free access. Once you go there, and you click on the 5 stars, because some people email me and says, Dr. Cherry, I want to endorse your video and leave you a good comment, give you those 5 stars, but I don't know how. Pretty simple. Just click on the 5 stars. That will lead you to an area where you can leave me a note. Of course, I will answer you. That will keep my videos up on the top. They are still doing the translation from English into Spanish, French, and Japanese, which are going to increase, of course, the numbers. Now, if you recall the video just before this one, I mentioned that if you want to check extraterrestrials, it's time to do it now, because they don't come in our dense physical world when they feel like. They have to use specific uranic energy. And guess what? The first thing you're going to see in the newsletter is our new sofa. Taranya wanted to have a new leather sofa, so I kind of got a track from U-Haul and get the address of the store, and then we went there. It was early afternoon, so we were driving, and I look at the map, and instead of going making a square, which takes a lot of miles, and I get to pay 50 cents per mile, I decide to take the 60. So instead of doing this way, we're going that way. And then we land on Thunderbird Road, and a couple of miles later, this is where the store is. So I said to Taranya as we were going on 60, I say, honey, remember when we come back, to look for Thunderbird, because this is our exit that's going to lead us back to the 60 instead of going to the 51. That's going to give us a lot of miles, which I don't want to pay. Why should I? I'm not tight, but I'm smart. So we went, and everything was fine. We got the sofa, we got everything in the track. I saved $50 by going there and picking it up myself, and it'd be a good thing, to get out of the office for my wife, especially because I'm traveling all over the world, literally all over the United States, and you can see the picture that I took for you on that newsletter. You're going to enjoy those. It's a surprise. So we were talking about this uranic window and UFOs, and like you talk with your wife. And I said to her, honey, keep an eye on the Thunderbird. She says, I didn't see Thunderbird. And after exit 12, her and I, our eyes were peeled to Thunderbird, because I knew I had to exit after that and take the 60. Guess what, my friend? We found ourselves just before Highway 51. It happened again. So, there are people that will do anything to attract extraterrestrials. We don't have much to do. And this of course, is added to a few weeks ago. I don't know how many of you have watched those videos where me and 80,000 pounds of equipment, me, a tractor, and 2 trailers were taking from Highway 93 to Highway 40 going west in a fraction of a second. Okay, and then the next day happened again, but this time with my car on my way back to work. And then those 2 dogs will literally disappear from the back of my house. Even by checking my camera, nothing was there. It is impossible for those dogs to escape. Anyway, the links are there. If you are just coming into my world and you don't know Dr. Cherry or my UFO experiences, all those links are live. All you have to do is one step at a time is to read what I'm talking about and click on the links. Now, did the president just warn of an assassination plot against him? That's the title of this newsletter, including the Taurus forecast. Remember, last week we did Aries. This week we're going to do forecast all the way to the 12th sign of the zodiac. As far as our president is concerned, it's pretty sad. You know, President Trump is like us, is a human being, and no one ever should wish anything negative or particularly death to anybody. You like the president or you don't. You cannot let the reptilians literally hijacking your body, your mind, and your soul to slave for them and support darkness, dark matter, to support anything and everything that's negative, because this is what's going on. Those ETs are into your head. You don't have to look for them. Okay. All right. Now, you will see also on that newsletter that we are working on a couple of shows that I have to do. One will be Creative Force of the Subconscious in Time and Space, talk with Dr. Cherry. That's going to be on Paranormal with Tracy Austin. So she has a TV and radio show. Click on the link, okay? And then there is also another one that I'm going to do, which will be with the Talk Paranormal on KGRA. You could look at those links. It's live. You can click on the pictures, whatever you want to do. And again, when those shows are going to be done, like I did with Jim Carroll, I will give you the links. All right, now, very, very interesting. The horrible predictions about Trump being assassinated was made before his own worries about being a victim of those infected souls out there who don't have nothing else to do but to be negative and to hurt those who are serving you in a way that you like or may not like. This is the way it is. You will never please anybody or everybody. You can't do it because every single human has a unique celestial identity and we are all very different to each other. That's why it's important to be compassionate and to understand your weaknesses, your sins, your own idiosyncrasies, your insecurity or inferiority complexes for that matter. And then avoid yourself to become down to this level, because I can guarantee you that the very essence of my UFO movies is to help those who need the most. Those who need it the most are the ones who cannot get it. In fact, this movie is for them, to help them to be more positive, to increase their vibration. So if they look for love, if they look for a good job, if they look for various wishes, make more money, to be successful, you have to raise your vibration, because again, a magnet will not attract a piece of wood, my friends. So there is a constant battle between the positive and the negative, the reptilians and the draconis, which are constantly bombarding you and making you aware of this fact so that you can apply the part of God in you, which is much stronger than the stars, the reptilians, God knows what is against you. Try, just try. If you gave me 1 star and wrote all these nasty things about me, take my words, go back there, get rid of these things so you can experience the free deal that I am now offering. If you give me 5 stars, good stars, okay? Just try it. Get rid of your junk and put something nice and wait. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks maximum. I guarantee you that one of your precious wishes will come true. Now, there are so many people out there that are so infected that they're going to laugh their head off and it can dance on my head. Those are the ones that are irrecuperable. Their psyche is so infected that there's nothing that it can do to upgrade those souls, because they already have sold their soul to Satan, to the dark force, to the reptilians, and they are totally oblivious of these facts. So this is an opportunity for you to check if I'm talking bull or not. All right. So the horrible prediction about Trump is in a video that I made. All you got to do, click on the link and listen to my words. Okay. And I repeat myself, regardless on how you feel about our president, no harm should ever come to anybody and fulfill the dramatic, chaotic project of these nasty extraterrestrials. Their agenda is to create chaos, confusion, negativity, so they can suck life out of your thoughts. Thoughts are things. So clear them off, turn them positive, and see what happened to you. Now, as I said, in some cases, many people out there so infected will try everything to destroy your integrity by pointing out facts. You know, like this teen who shared a photo of a packed school. She's getting threatened right now. And then if you look at the news, okay, 97,000 kids have tested positive for COVID-19 in 2 weeks in the United States. And this school that just reopened, one child has infected 25 teachers. A lot of you are so conditioned into not believing in coronavirus, even after the thousands, hundreds of thousands of deaths. Believe me, if you're not a believer of my work or COVID-19, you watch, because it's going to get much worse. And then you're going to say, wow, I should have listened to Dr. Cherry, because by being negative, you are feeding the reptilians and you are feeding coronavirus. I cannot give you the ramification on how your thought creates your reality, but you can either watch some previous video when I talk about the future being the reincarnation of the thought, or better yet, get your hands on my 600-page book, Beyond the Secret, which teaches you all the power of your subconscious. Because believe me, there is no accident for you to be here listening to me today. No accident. You either like me or you hate me, doesn't matter. That's out of the equation. You're here because a higher purpose has been imposed upon you, and that's me throwing you a rope. Are you going to catch it? I don't know. I know a lot of people do, and that's what I'm keep making those videos. All right. In my case, of course, there's no one that can really deny my work because it's more than obvious. All right, now remember, NOAA says that in an updated forecast to expect an extremely active hurricane season. They said this a couple of days ago. While me, back in August 2009, I told you 2020 will be a year of wind and fires. And that, of course, means I don't have to update my vision. Do I? No. That is, of course, if you put your hand on your 2020 Nostradamus personal dragon forecast. Now, one thing that I have noticed, it's the incredible response that I had. My radio show with Jim Carroll, Beating the Odds, is absolutely something you have to watch, because 10 minutes into the radio show with Jim, I warn about large earthquakes and mentioning, okay, I mentioned to be ready for a sudden release of energy and explosions. Okay, calm dissection to strike. Just now, explosion destroyed multiple homes in Baltimore. People, including children, are trapped after the blast in a residential area in Baltimore. Go click on the link. And then we all know, because it's been all over the news, sudden release of energy, explosion. You click on the link, it's blue, and you listen carefully to my words about the Lebanon and Baltimore explosion prediction. How can anyone deny the reality of my UFO cosmic predictive legacy when I gave you not only obvious quatrain, but obvious keywords The word explosion means explosion. The sudden release of energy means explosion. And I mention those words not only in my 2 letters radio shows, but also in the newsletter. All you got to do is do your homework and investigate and realize that Dr. Theory is real. And I'm not here to boost my ego. I am here to help you to raise your cosmic vibration so you be part of the light, love, respect, integrity, education, and work with the draconis in time and space that are feeding you with the forces of the sun, gold, love, light. What is it difficult to perceive and assimilate in my cosmic teachings? I don't know. You have that free will. So understand the process that's going on. To those again who just jump in, same old story. Mishandwritten to some of you, I'm sorry. But it's important for me because a lot of these young souls come in, they just watch me 1 second and I assume that's it. They're not smart enough, refined enough, intelligent enough, curious enough to dig a little bit deeper and realize that they are dealing with something real. All right. 2 eyes, 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 sides of the brain, the reptilius, the draconis. We understand that? Okay, positive, negative, up and down, black and white, the front, the back, God, devil, the yin and yang. That's all there is, 2 forces, okay? And your free will, or the part of God inside of you. To make that decision to raise against darkness, dark matter, black matter, where the reptilius resides, and stop feeding those entities because they want this very, very precious, extraordinarily rare piece of real estate we call Mother Earth. But we are here. We're here because of the draconis. So the war is above your head and every single day. All right. So in reference to the shocking news, my gosh, there are so many. It's not just me and my wife being abducted, picking up a freaking sofa. No, it's you. What happened to you? Let me tell you what happened to me. As soon as I jumped in my truck when I left you last week, I got a call. One of my friends crying, "Oh my gosh, Dr. Terry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I lost my dad and I lost my father-in-law the same day. I'm in shock." This is how I start. Then a couple hours later, another friend of mine says to me, "Dr. Cherry, oh my God, I was watching TV with my wife. Then she closed her eyes and I tried to wake her up. She's gone. I screamed my head off. I was in shock." My friends, I'm not making this up. The news are constantly repeating themselves. And I know what type of cosmic wind are come down that are going to create those news. Do not kill the messengers. Try to understand where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to do. And it's free on top of that. To all of those people that are against me, what did you give the world today? What did you do? Be positive. Try for your own sake, for your own salvation. Try. Take my words for it. Go back. Delete your junk. Put something positive. Give me those $5. Join the Cosmic Code for a month. Investigate my work and see what happened to you. Check me up. And then you're going to see that I'm real. And all I want to do is to help you and the children of the future. So let's see what's weird news that don't happen every day took place. Remember, one of the keywords were aeronautics. That means airplane crashing, okay? Air India plane crashes in Kerala after skidding off the runway during my window. Helicopter crash killed 3 Texas Wildlife Department employees during this window. Hiroshima, after 75 years walking the path of the atomic bomb, the keywords was nuke, airplane, aeronautic, nukes. Simon Cowell broke his back falling off an electric bicycle. Electricity is part of the keyword. Indeed, Mr. Simon is rich and famous, but like 99.9% of the people watching me today in the entire world, he does not have cosmic consciousness, and he suffered one of his 2020 negative cosmic biorhythm. Everybody flocked to watch this guy because everybody loves to be entertained. But my videos, which are so critical for humanity's future and for the children of tomorrow, are just beginning to get there. That's how it is. People like to be entertained. The human spirit is lazy. Repetition, commitment, hard work, and the truth is what will take you where you belong. All right. High-speed Cincinnati police chase kills 2 bystanders, hurts 2 more in Kentucky. Sorry, my French. Again, negative cosmic biorhythm. Those people were there. Okay, as I said in Jim's show, there are days where you wish you had no getting up. You're gonna get a bad telephone call. You're gonna experience a flat tire, then you're gonna get a ticket from a cop. These are days that you want to stay home because you don't know. There are days where, on the other side of the coin, where anything you touch turn gold, and you just end up winning the lottery or finding love, of just being very happy. It's all cosmic wins. Remember, there are no accidents in our experience on Earth. There are only cosmic circumstances at work that our infantile scientific community and the rest of the world, which has been indoctrinated either by science or religion, is not yet able to assimilate. That's why you have Dr. Cherry, because I'm way ahead of time trying to help you. And doing so doesn't mean I'm an egocentric, especially when I am 115% sure of what I do. That is very often making people think I'm an egocentric. No, my friend. What else do we have? Woman attacks another after she's asked her to put on a mask. And if that is not shocking, I don't know what is shocking. That's to tell you how infected, how insecure, how aggressive people can be. And I told you 1 trillion times, in the eternal battle between emotion and logic, emotions, that's fear, that's love, that's insecurity, God knows what, enviousness. Emotion will always take over your logic and you will always lose. That's why you need to learn to control all the negative emotions that pour out of you that are stimulated by the reptilians right from your head. Okay, what else do we have? Stunning. That's another word that I use in my keywords. Stunning video shows moment of a pair of whales near a cluster of a surfer. They were at the right time at the right place, being shocked. There you go. I saw it well before it happened. I saw it at the beginning of the month. I can give you date for earthquake a million years in the future. If you were alive and if I was alive, it's mathematics. Mathematics. Every one of you can learn that. But you need to start from the scratch. At least read any of my books, and then you'll learn a little bit more. Michelle Obama says she's suffering from low-grade depression. She's a Capricorn, ruled and controlled by Saturn, the great malefic, the most depressive planet you can get. And top of that, she happens to have the tail of the dragon in the subconscious. Okay? And that's why you have famous actresses that take their kids, go to the lake, and drown. Okay? This long story, my friends. If you feel depressed, if you're losing spiritual vitality, physical power, you need to knock at my door. Sudden enough, I'm booked all the way to January. I don't even know. Just get that reading. Forget about it, as I said before, while you can. Let me take care of you in time. And it'll be the best thing you could ever do because I know better than you. And if you don't believe me, when you watch Jim's show, you're going to see what I did with his producer, which I never met in my life. I do that with all my clients, students, patients, whomever needs real help. What else do we have? As I said, expect earthquakes at or above 6.0. We had a 6.4 in Vanuatu, a 6.0 in New Guinea, a 6.4 in Mindanao, and then in the Philippines. And then we had also North Carolina, strongest quake in 94 years, shakes the area along Virginia border during my window. Hello? You can't make this up, my friends. You have the date, you have the video, you have the newsletter. What else can I do? You can, again, click on the link and listen to my words, preparing you for earthquakes. Now, I also did a show on Stargate of the Cosmog with Sasha and Dr. Listen, and I offer the date of August the 10th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 29th. Click on those links. Make notes on the 10th, the 16th, the 23rd, and the 29th. Because during those days, those SOS to the World window, we produce dramatic news. Okay, but you have to listen. As a rule, the young soul don't listen. You just look at the title and assume and give me 1 star. You can fix EDLC, you can't. So the option is there to check on those future windows by listening to the show, getting your pen and making notes. Because when this happened, I have those dates. I'll make another video and refresh your memory. Remember, that was there. All right. What really freaks me out, there are so many people on coast to coast. Many of them are Neptunians, which means they talk to the spirit. They're being led by angels, psychics, they drums, they higher order, whatever type of my camera is coming down a little bit. So anytime something happens is an omen. There is no accident for my camera just fell down now. Listen, this is a little omen. Listen to what I'm saying to you, okay? Those people, and that includes, of course, John Ho. He says, I have to wait a little bit more so I can give you the prediction to when and if the president will be reelected. All right. The authority of Nostradamus, I'm one of them. There's many people out there who write about Nostradamus, but none of them use quatrains. None of them use keywords to reinforce the quatrain, and none of them practice the 16th century divine astrology. And believe me, these people are watching my video, they're making notes, and they are learning from me, and that's good, particularly Vedic astrologers in India. But that's okay, because that's what I do, okay? I never mention my name. But you have the email of George, of Tom, of the producers. When you see the values of my work, why don't they invite me again? Well, because I'm too real, because I don't support or endorse their plan. Well, I tell them it's just the beginning. It's going to get much worse. When I tell them the possibility of our president being killed and getting sick and giving you the specific timing in the video, all you got to do is click on the link. So when you are so truth and so real, it does not fit the aim of those people. George is a Gemini, like our president. The tail of the dragon is in the 7th house. That's the public. Tom is a Pisces. The tail of the dragon is in his 10th house of career. But, these guys are beautiful. They're my friends. I love them. And I don't bite the hand that feeds me. Don't get me wrong. But I cannot stand that they do not understand the critical values of my work. I had been on coast to coast a week ago. I would have told you, be ready for large explosion. 2, no 1. 1 is not enough to wake you up, to get that wake-up call. 2 took place during those cosmic, shocking, surprising, mind-boggling UFO type of windows. So somebody is right, my friend. Somebody is right. You know what? There is a pictures of a double rainbow in that newsletter. What's the chance of me witnessing a double rainbow? 1 rainbow is beautiful. 2 rainbow, one on top of the other one. I'm sure many of you did. If that happened to you, that means two good news are ahead of you, two good surprise, a repeat of something good is coming your way because of your karma, because you're positive, because you help others. Hello, a magnet will attract a piece of wood. Be positive. The other pictures, of course, as I traveled the United States, I'm so glad I took my CDL license because I knew this Mercurial Dragon involved driving, communication, and radio. I knew. Now I get to see sunset and sunrise like I had never seen in various states. It's absolutely mind-boggling. I stopped in some places, and you got to see the picture of Elvis Presley, the museum in the 50s with all sorts of beautiful cars. Marilyn Monroe on one of these love truck stops where we stop and fuel. I had no idea. I was shocked. My God, a beautiful museum. So I took some pictures to share with you. You see, so now you need to kind of auto-analyze yourself. I told you what happened to Taraya and I. We've been picked up again. All right. And now we have a very unique special UFO sofa in our house. It's a special one, believe me. Okay. What happened to you? Think. Did you get a surprise? Did you get something above normal that happened to you? Did you hear about somebody that share kind of an original experience? Now it's going to take a while for you to raise your vibration to my cosmic teachings. But once you do, you're going to be the most happy person on the planet. Let me tell you something. Now, as I drive late at night, I also get to listen to George Norrie, and I was listening to Jimmy Church. I was on his show, and he's still on YouTube. Jimmy is a fantastic guy. He's a Libra, so you don't ask a Libra to read. In fact, my sister's daughters are both Libras and both are doctors. If you have a kid born in October, you don't have to worry about these kids studying. They are an eternal student. They love to read, and Jimmy is that way. Now, if you count 5, to those who wants to learn divine astrology, October, November, December, January, February. Jimmy happens to be Aquarius in his 5th house. That's the house of gambling. Jimmy is addicted to gambling. And that's why in his mind, his logic is we humans are in a virtual reality. I wish Jimmy invite me on this show. And maybe if you know him or listen to him, you should suggest Dr. Turing, because I can give him an understanding of what AI, artificial intelligence, and consciousness is all about. That's why I intend to talk about in my next radio or TV shows. What Jimmy does not know is that those stars are much more than dead rock hanging out there. And each one of these stars has very specific, refined, subtle magnetic energy that hit your head. You know, like any other scientist, Jimmy believes that everything starts and finishes in a neutron, proton in your head. No, my friend, nothing starts or finishes on your head. Your head is nothing else than the fleshy computer stuck in this body compartment so it's safe, okay? But there is no difference between your head, Jimmy Church head, Einstein head, or a criminal head, or my head, my brain. It's the same. Same density, some functions, some wiring. What's different is the UCI, is the unique celestial identity or the program that you have inherited when you enter this dense physical world. So I made a suggestion to be part of those lecture on AI and consciousness. I may come a little bit too late, I'm not sure, but I would, if I'm invited there, I'm going to show my UFO slideshow and talk about what the scientists have not yet digested. People born with a very rational UCI, okay, the educated one, the scientist, the neuroscientist, the psychiatrist, all these people have been trained to delegate life with their 5 rational senses only. They cannot, and many of them are forbidden to enter the archetypal realm of supracosmic consciousness. And these are the same scientists who work at NASA that want to investigate the universe when they know nothing of their own background, which is the spiritual value imposed by God, cosmic design upon humanity, or the spiritual values of our local solar system. Instead of going far, stay here and realize that those stars were not created for you to send a robot on Mars, Mr. Scientist, educated idiots. No. Those stars were created to get your head to respond to your senses. Again, your mind is nothing else than a computer which is reacting to an outside stimuli, very subtle stimuli, induced and produced by those stars. So unless our scientific community understand and learn every single star's positive and negative effect, and induce that into AI programs, they will never, ever in a million years be able to do that anyway. There is no way that you can program emotions, feeling, love, or the UCI into a software. That is impossible. So if you believe one day we're going to have the exact replica of human being going on other planet, well, there will be, but not our exact copy. It is impossible, absolutely impossible to computerize consciousness into a ship. So you have those billionaires here, left and right, who want you to believe that they are going to do something with the human mind and turn us into robots and ships and AI. There is limitation of what science can do. Big, big limitation, my friend. And they're going to learn the hard way. Meantime, billions and billions of dollars are wasted sending little robot on dead planets, where we should take care of our own, because that's the only one we have. I believe those fortunes should be spent to help a young mother who has a couple of kids who is on her own, because her husband is rotting in jail. He's a drug addict. He's a loser. I think money should be spent in school to learn how to love, and not to spend money on how to let the reptilians stimulate the mind of a scientist to create more deadly technology to kill each other. That's why I need your help to build my astropsychological schools and start to pass on God cosmic design to our children. So this way they will regenerate. They will not go and get a gun and kill everybody at their school and university because cosmic wisdom is not part of the curriculum. So they do not regenerate. They want to die. They kill everybody in the process and kill themselves. And believe me, the endless chain of suicide will never stop. In school shooting will never stop. So for the time being, this is what I had. I came back last night at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's now what, 10 o'clock in the morning? Yep, 10:40. Arizona time. I'm going to finish this video, put it out there, and then I'm going to start to do some readings. We have to go and collect my wife's Lexus car from the garage. It has a little dent. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. Charania is a perfectionist. She's a perfectionist. She see a little dent. Oh my God, we're going to do something. So we're going to go and collect a car. Maybe look for some SUVs over there in the process. And then we talk to you when I come back. So unless there is something much more important, which means I only have tomorrow off. So no, actually today is my day off. I'm sorry, tomorrow I'm leaving. I'm leaving at 11 o'clock. We went back. It's going to be a long week, a very long week for me. But I should have a couple of days off next week. Remember, I'm doing my best physically and spiritually to entertain and educate you. And I want to thank you one more time for listening to this YouTube video. Again, click on the link. Go to my YouTube, my UFO movies on Amazon Prime. Okay, click on the 5 stars. Once you do that, email Terania, follow the direction in your newsletter so you can get into the Cosmic Code for free. That's our way to say thank you for helping us and the kind of slowing down the reptilian infected souls, giving me 1 star. Who cares when you look at it, my friend? All right. So I'll keep you posted of things that are to come, and God bless all of you. Be safe out there. Okay. We talk to you again soon. Bye bye, my good friends.